straightaway out. Let's get 2 by 2. We're going to show you 1 to go.
Give it a starting lineup here in just a moment. As the field works down in front, it will be Mike Fowler on the pole in the 410, along with the 57 of Remington Hamm. Row number 2, it's Andrew Buff in the 92 with the 38 of Jason Parkhurst. Row number 3, Brian Hudson in the number 621 with the 63 of Franklin Mackin. Row 4, it's Ryan Shanahan, the 32 with the 62, Jonathan Murphy. Final row, Dylan Breen, the 44 and the 11X of Devon Guyette. Looking to set tonight's field for the Dirtcar Sportsman Series. 8 laps will be the distance. Again, top 5 to the show, 2 to the draw. Draw will be taking place up here at the flag stand area. We're ready for green. Into turn number 3 and 4. Mike Fowler, second in points again here in 2023, will lead the way. He was quickest in time trials. All starts and restarts at the VP Racing Fuels making PowerPoint. Green lights are on and away we go. Mike Fowler doesn't want any part of the traffic. He grabs the lead down the back straightaway. Remington Hamm right there on his heels, though, down the back stretch into turn number 3. Fowler and Hamm 1 and 2, and here comes Remington up on that outside lane looking for the lead. Drag race to the line. It will be Remington Hamm by a half a car length into turn number 1 and 2. Fowler knows this racetrack pretty good as well. Both these drivers run weekly here on Friday nights at Can-Am, and they're battling side by side for the lead. Andrew Buff, 3 track championships in 2023. He holds on to position number 3 with Brian Hudson and Jason Parkhurst Jr., who slips wide off the turn, opens the door for Ryan Shanahan to get the final transfer spot as they work in turns 1 and 2 at lap 2 of this 8-lap contest. In the meantime, it is Mike Fowler in control. Hamm still second. Andrew Buff holding on to the number 3 spot. Again, top 2 go to the redraw, and Andrew Buff is working on Remington Hamm for the spot as they come back down to the line. Top 3 nose to tail as they hit turns 1 and 2. Looking to set tonight's field for the John Burr Memorial here at Can-Am as they work the back straightaway. Mike Fowler, Remington Hamm, Andrew Buff. That's the top 3 at the moment. Brian Hudson, Ryan Shanahan, they occupy the final transfer spots. Franklin Mackin sitting back there in 6th. Dylan Breen is 7th. Parkhurst is 8th. 9th is Devon Guyette. Jonathan Murphy completes the top 10 in the number 62 machine. Still at the front of the field, though, Mike Fowler showing you why he got back to victory lane earlier this year. That Doneth Motorworks number 410 looking good up off of corner number 4 and across the line. Field's starting to get spaced out around this speedway as they work in lap number 3 right now. Down the back straightaway goes your leader. Stand corrected on that. 2 laps left to go. This time by 2 to go. As it is Fowler in control. Remington Hamm still has that final redraw position as we work lap number 6. Andrew Buff holding on to the 3 spot. Brian Hudson still 4th. Ryan Shanahan completes the top 5. Those are the 5 drivers into the show right now. White flag in the air for Mike Fowler. Looking to take home yet another heat win here at the Can-Am Speedway in 2023. The Doneth Motorworks 410. Working down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag is in the air. And Mike Fowler leads point to point, leads all 8 laps for the victory. Second spot will be Remington Hamm. He is going to the redraw. Andrew Buff, Ryan Hudson, Ryan Shanahan, they are all in the show. Franklin Mackin, Jason Parkhurst, Dylan Breen, Devon Guyette, and Jonathan Murphy will go to one of the last chance showdowns later on.
Top 5 scale, everybody else get ready for the LPS.
So Mike Fowler and Remington Hamm
I want you to get single file on your way
to the redraw later on. Again, top 2 from each of the 4 qualifying heat races tonight will go to the draw. As heat race number 2 rolls trackside, it's going to be Cedric Gauvreau on the point in the 22. Alongside of him, the 0 of Xavier Andrews. Row 2, Joshua Jock in the 03, 34 of Keegan Nier. Row number 3, Anthony Rasmussen, the 99, 621 of Trevor Gibbons. Row 4, Jason Bruno in the 66, the 30 of Nick Root. Dylan Moore in car number 35D will complete the rest of your field. 9 cars on track, 8 laps the distance. Second of 4 heats for the Dirtcar Sportsman Series. Again, 38 drivers attempting to qualify for tonight's 30-lap field. Part of the 5th annual John Burr Memorial. John, of course, was the longtime voice here at Can-Am for the better part of 30 seasons. Right from the time the track first opened here for their first full-time season in 1975. Track did run a brief 6-race schedule in 74. But from 75 on through, John was the man that you heard on the airwaves here at Can-Am.
No, they're packed at the top. They want the guy that does the track run wants to get it where it's wide. Last one, next time, white flag.
So top 2 from this heat race will go to the redraw. Again, Mike Fowler, Remington Hamm are in that draw. Looking to take 2 more. Again, 5 to the show. 8 laps is the distance. Heat winners so far this season in the Dirtcar Sportsman Series. This includes the regional races that have been run this year. Andrew Buff leads all drivers with 4 qualifying heat wins this year. 2 at Land of Legends, 1 at Ransomville, and 1 at his home track of Glen Ridge. Brother Zach Buff right there behind him with 2. Brett Sennick, Cameron Tuttle, Dave Rogers, Gene Mallory, Cody McPherson, James Friesen, and Jason Gray, all with 2 heat wins this season. Several others with 1 heat win apiece. 39th heat race this season for the Dirtcar Sportsman Series across all the regions in the Championship Tour. AJ Baker turns up the wick down the back stretch into turn 3. We'll head to the safe haven over there off of turn 3 and 4. Cedric Gauvreau and Xavier Andrews will bring them to green at the VP Racing Fuels making PowerPoint in turn number 4. Mike Leclerc is going to look the field over. He has him in his control off of turn number 4. Green lights are on and we're underway. Gauvreau into the top spot early on. Xavier Andrews, 2 wins at Brockville earlier this year, holds the 2 spot. Josh Jock in the 03, he'll pick up 3rd. Keegan Nier, very impressive his debut with the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirtcar Sportsman tonight, holding on to spot number 4 with Trevor Gibbons in 5th. Now to complete lap number 1, it is the 22 of Gauvreau in command of the field as they work the back straightaway off of turn number 2. Into turn number 3 goes Andrews. He's there for 2nd. Josh Jock in the 03 off of his first career win a few weeks ago at the Airborne Speedway in Plattsburgh, holding on to the 3 spot. Keegan Nier, a very impressive run to 4th right now, and then everybody after Trevor Gibbons for the 5th and final transfer position at the moment. It's got Anthony Rasmussen, Nick Root, along with the 35 of Dylan Moore down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. In the meantime, Gauvreau continues to show the way on a 5-car length spread over Xavier Andrews in 2nd. Jock, who has run well here in the last month or so, picking up a win in a 2nd place effort, as I said, over at Airborne, holding on to the 3 spot at the moment. Keegan Nier running in 4th. Very impressive job. Keegan, 4 wins in our limited sportsman division this year here at Can-Am. Brought to you by Donna's Motorworks. As we work in lap number 4 of this 8-lap contest, everybody's starting to get spread out around that inside lane. The inside lane, the dominant one around this racetrack right now, as your top 4 pulled away from everybody. Anthony Rasmussen has taken away the 5th and final transfer spot from Trevor Gibbons, as Gibbons now under attack from Nick Root down the front straightaway. But right now, you see there on your TV set here with Dirt Track Digest TV, the Cedric Gauvreau number 22 and the 0 of Xavier Andrews, separated by about 10 car lengths right now into turn number 3 and 4. Gauvreau brings it down to the line this time by 2 to go. Andrews still 2nd. Jock holding on to 3rd. Keegan Nier 4th. Anthony Rasmussen completes the top 5. Then it's Nick Root, Trevor Gibbons, as they hit the back stretch into turn number 3 and 4. The white flag is in the air. Final time for Cedric Gauvreau as he hits the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2, the Chelsea, Quebec native. Works her turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Healthy advantage over the 0 of Xavier Andrews as they head up into turn number 3 and 4. Checkered in the air this time by no contest. Cedric Gauvreau, dominant win in heat race number 2 of the Dirtcar Sportsman Series. Andrews will come home in second. He's in the draw. Joshua Jock goes to the show, as does Keegan Nier in the 34. 99 of Rasmussen, he'll go to the show as well. And the rest of the field will have to go to one of the last chance showdowns later on, so it's Cedric Gauvreau into the draw along with Xavier Andrews in the 0. So heat race number 3 for the Dirtcar Sportsman Series is on track, and it'll be Eric Nier on the pole in the 34. He was quick time in his time trial session earlier today. Jessica Power alongside in row 1. Row 2, Tyler Stevenson, the Fox 28, the 64 of our now 4-time track champion Tyler Corcoran. Row 3, Zach Sabaka in the 38, the 2 of Taylor Dockstader. Row 4, Nick Haywood, the 29, 01 of Zach Buff. Final row, it's Christian Smoke in the 9 and the 98 of Chris Corbett. 10 cars ready to go. 8 laps is the distance. Taking 5 to the show, 2 to the redraw as we get set and ready to go. Heat race number 3 of 4 for the Dirtcar Sportsman Series. Again, 5 going to the show. The rest will go to one of the 2 last chance showdowns where we'll take 3 more drivers. Ready to go. The VP Racing Fuels making PowerPoint. A couple of Can-Am regulars on the front row. Green lights are on and we're underway. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Going to try that one more time. Again, all starts and restarts are at the VP Racing Fuels making PowerPoint. Eric Nier is the control car. He will decide when to fire first. He also has choice of starting lane. He elects the inside lane here. Talked with Eric a couple of weeks ago when we were on the Can-Am cruise with Uncle Sam down in Alexandria Bay. And looking forward to this one. He said the last series race we had here back in June, he thought he had a good enough car to win, but the right rear sealed over on him. Hoping that doesn't happen to him tonight, so he's still looking for that first career win here in the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirtcar Sportsman Division. It'd be a big one, the John Burr Memorial. Eric Nier and Jessica Power will try it one more time with the VP Racing Fuels making PowerPoint, and we got green. And Nier jumps into the lead. Watch Jessica Power. She gets a great run through turns 1 and 2. Looking to pull even terms with the leader down the back straightaway. In the meantime, Tyler Corcoran looking to take third from Stevenson, and he does so. Jessica Power is on the move in that outside lane, but Eric Nier a little quicker on the bottom. He'll grab the lead as we hit lap number 1. Power still second. Tyler Corcoran moves to third. Zach Sabaka up into the 4th. Nick Haywood, the Dirtcar Sportsman East Regional Series champion for 2023, moves to the 5 spot as Tyler Stevenson losing a couple of spots early on here as he is out of the picture as far as getting into the show as he works in position number 6 with Chris Corbett, Taylor Dockstader, Zach Buff, and Christian Smoke in that order. Meantime, Eric Nier setting sail down the back straightaway, a healthy advantage over Jessica Power. It's about 4 to 5 car lengths right now. Power still there for the 2 spot. The 64 Corcoran into third as they'll drag race down the front straightaway. Corcoran got a great run off on turn number 4. Trying to pull even with Power into turn number 1. Can't quite get there. No, Power will keep the number 2 spot. Corcoran back there in third, followed by Nick Haywood and Zach Sabaka. Again, the top 5 go to the show. Top 2 to the redraw. Jessica Power is there with the final spot for the draw. Tyler Corcoran working on her, though, for that position as it comes down across the line. 4 down, 4 to go. Halfway home in this one already. Watch for Nick Haywood in the 29. He's always quick in the Dirtcar Sportsman Series. He holds down 4th. It's Sabaka to 5th. Tyler Stevenson, Zach Buff, Taylor Dockstader, Chris Corbett, and Christian Smoke complete your field. But Eric Nier is clearly the class of the field right now. The Carthage, New York native, as we mentioned earlier on, still looking for his first career win here at Can-Am He's got some limited Sportsman feature wins here, but has never won in the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirtcar Sportsman Division. Wants to change that here tonight as they bring it back to the line with 2 to go. As Speedy has returned to Can-Am down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2, right into your living room. Hopefully nobody knocked anything off the coffee table. As they head down the backstretch into turn number 3 and 4, the white flag will be displayed this time by final trip around for Eric Nier. Jessica Power still there for the redraw spot. She's second. Third at the moment is Tyler Corcoran as everybody freight trains around the inside portion of the racetrack. Nick Haywood, Zach Sabaka, that's your top 5. Checkered flag is in the air, and Eric Nier does it. He'll grab the win in heat race number 3, and he's into the redraw, as is Jessica Power in the 52. Tyler Corcoran, Nick Haywood, and Zach Sabaka, your top 5. And then it's Tyler Stevenson, Zach Buff, Taylor Dockstader, Chris Corbett, and Christian Smoke. So that does it. Heat race number 3 is in the books. Eric Nier and Jessica Power to the redraw. Redraw will take place on the front straightaway here tonight for both the Dirtcar 358 Series and the Dirtcar Sportsman Series as well. Set for heat race number 4. It's going to be Gavin Isley on point in the 18, along with the 44 of Dave Rogers, both drivers with multiple wins here at Can-Am this year. Brendan Moore in the 35, along with Paul DeRutter in the 1D. In row number 3, it's going to be Greg Brinklow in the 707, with the 31 of Ryan Dolbear. Row 4 is Fire Swamp in the 88, with the 23 of Cole Perry. Final row is Kara Backus in car number 95 out of Fulton, New York. 8 laps is the distance once again. 5 to the show, 2 to the redraw. In the redraw so far, it's Mike Fowler, Cedric Gauvreau, Eric Nier, Remington Hamm, and Xavier Andrews, along with Jessica Power, into the draw so far. 2 more spots left for the 8-driver redraw. And 3 more spots overall to get into the show. Green at the VP Racing Fuels making PowerPoint. As pair of Can-Am regulars going at it for the lead into turn number 1 and 2, it's going to be Gavin Isley picking up the top spot. Rogers back to the 2 position. Brendan Moore slips by Paul DeRutter. He'll pick up 3rd into turn number 3 and 4 as Rogers going to work already on Gavin Isley. Up off of turn number 4 and back down to the line. Isley will lead lap number 1. Good battle behind the top 3 drivers. As Paul DeRutter had the 31 of Ryan Dolbear all over him as they race for spots 4 and 5. Fire Swamp looking to get by Greg Brinklow to pick up position number 6 with Cole Perry and Kira Backus right there behind him. In the meantime, Ryan Dolbear is taking 4th away from Paul DeRutter down the front straightaway as we complete lap number 2 of this 8-lap contest. And once again, everybody freight training around the inside portion of the speedway as they freight train again down the back straightaway. Single file formation through turns 3 and 4. Brendan Moore tried stepping out of line. It didn't quite work for him though in turn number 3 and 4. Lost a little bit of ground to Dave Rogers. 3 laps down, 5 more to go. Gavin Isley, who picked up 2 wins already this season. A lot of people said if it hadn't been for his disastrous start for 2023, he might have been a factor for the track championship this year, but continues to get stronger each and every year as he works it down across the line. Lap number 4 up on the leaderboard. 4 down, 4 to go. Halfway home, Dave Rogers still there for second. Brendan Moore, Ryan Dolbear, and Paul DeRutter. That is your top 5 order. Again, the top 5 go to the show, top 2 to the draw, and Isley and Rogers have those positions as they make their way off of turn number 4 and down across the line. 5 down, 3 to go. Dave Rogers there for second. Brendan Moore in that outside lane in the 35. He's had a heck of a season. Second in points at Brockville this year. Top 5 in points here at Can-Am to finish the season off. His little brother Dylan Moore had a great season as well in limited sportsman action, picking up 2 wins here at Can-Am. 2 to go. And Gavin Isley making this look rather easy here right now, but he'll be the first to tell you against these drivers of this caliber, it is not easy by any means, but he's got about a straightaway lead over Dave Rogers with Brendan Moore chasing him for the final redraw position at the moment. The white flag is in the air. Final time for Gavin Isley. Dave Rogers, Brendan Moore, your top 3. Again, Moore doing everything he can, trying to move around the racetrack to catch Dave Rogers for the final transfer spot to the draw, but it's not going to happen, at least for now. Checkered flag is in the air. Gavin Isley puts it to him. wins heat race number 4. Going away, second spot will be Dave Rogers. Brennan Moore, Ryan Dolbear, Paul DeRutter gets the final transfer spot to the show. Fire Swamp, Greg Brinklow, Cole Perry, and Kira Backus will go to one of the last chances.